This is your golden ticket. Hello and welcome back to the Metamystic Show. It's Missy Gordon, the Metamystic here. This is a collective, timeless reading. Remember to only take what resonates and leave the rest for the next guy. This is your golden ticket. And I have a feeling that you've had a lot of counterfeits. You've experienced things that seemed like they were great, and then they turned out to be not so great, whether that's people or jobs or just that feeling you feel when you feel like something is about to get better, or it's something that you want and then it just turns out that it is not what you wanted. I'm seeing the 4 of Cups and the 5 of Cups. You could be somebody that has gotten your hopes dashed many times. You could be somebody that no longer gets your hopes up because your body is even conditioned to preparing for the worst. You could feel like the shoe is always about to drop on the other side of something when you're happy. So there could even be, I'm seeing it like a knot, and I'm not a doctor, so I am going to throw a little disclaimer on this. We're going to bring out TW, the cosmic clown, everybody. Honk, honk. Always great to see you guys. But I am seeing it like a knot in your psyche. When it comes to happiness, when it comes to feeling happy, actually could feel dangerous, or it could feel like a risk. I'm seeing the Fool. It could feel like a great risk to be happy, because every single time in the past that you were happy or you thought something was positive, it's not just about happiness. It's specifically about this Ace of Pentacles that's coming in. This is your golden ticket. This is a great opportunity or a great person or something very positive for you. So what this reading is to kind of mentally process all of the pitfalls and go through that before you even get to this opportunity so that you don't miss it. Speaking of the 4 of Cups, this is kind of like a run through or a practice for the mind, to kind of prepare you for when this opportunity comes in to actually take that cup with the 4 of Cups. Because on the 4 of Cups, there's this cup coming in and it's something very, very positive, but he's squeamish. He is somebody that feels like maybe it's too good to be true, or maybe he doesn't want to get his hopes up again just for them to be dashed, just to feel like an idiot again, to feel like a fool again. And I am getting the Fool card, guys. So this is some sort of a leap of faith for you, whatever this opportunity is. And it could be love for some people, because my reading right before this was all about love. We have the Strength card here. It's going to take strength in the emotional, excuse me, guys, in the emotional space. With the King of Cups and the 5 of Pentacles. 5 of Pentacles is your hopes being dashed, feeling like you had to be so strong in specifically emotional situations that you could feel burnt out. You could feel, for some possibly even depressed, or kind of like you just don't want to try new things because it's so, you find it challenging once you get in there. That's how I'm seeing it. It's like something shiny, new, happy, and here it is happening again. That's why we're prepping for it, so we don't miss it, right? something comes in or you go towards something that is very positive on the surface, and then once you get in there, it's like all of the darkness is revealed with the 5 of Pentacles, and you're coming through as the King of Cups with the Strength card, guys. So it's not that you can't emotionally handle something. Actually, what this is showing is that this is one of your skill sets, that you are very emotionally resilient and strong, specifically in that area of the realm of emotions. You're very emotionally intelligent. You know what other people need, even if they don't say. You could consider yourself an empath. You could be somebody that you're just really in tune with your environment. We have the 5 of Pentacles here, and this strength that you have, this emotional resilience, this emotional intelligence, ironically enough, it's showing up like that knot that I saw before. It looks like something knotted in your brain, and that's just an analogy, guys, for past traumas where there's actually a wound here with the 5 of Pentacles. It's ironic that one of your greatest strengths is your emotionality, just in general, how you treat people, how you love, how deep you are. It's showing up as the 5 of Pentacles, not because you even see this as a flaw. Well, maybe some of you do. Maybe some of you feel like, I wish I wasn't so emotional. I wish I didn't care so much, right? Because it's gotten me into trouble. But with the 5 of Pentacles, this is showing up as like a wound. Like when you have loved, when you have just taken a leap of faith, it's like falling flat on your face. But they want to show you that's not actually what it was, though. You could have felt inside like that's what you experienced. And some of you, this was in relationships with the 5 of Pentacles. You could have been abandoned. You know, you could have felt abandoned, I'll say. Or just emotionally, like you could have been there for people and they just were not there for you in return in what you gave out. And since you're so strong with the Strength card, it's showing up as you just get this kind of hesitant feeling when it comes to positive things. I know that just sounds, I'm just going to say it because I personally know what this feels like, so I know how to talk about it. And it's this feeling of like, even if everything looks perfect and you've double and triple checked something, like possibly you've even read your own cards on a certain situation or on a person or on a job, you could be so sure about something, but there's still just this fear and doubt in the back of your mind, and reasonably so, because we have the 5 of Pentacles, so you have gone through some shit that would give you this belief. It's not like you're just out here being hesitant for no reason. You're very strong. You're very resilient. You do take risks. You have put your heart on your sleeve. That's the problem, right? Is that you could feel like, you know what? I'm tired of doing that. You could have hit a wall. I'm seeing it like an emotional wall with the 5 of Pentacles, where it's not that you've lost anything. You can just, I find I'm seeing that you are just more cautious these days, right? But this is one of those things where it has to be a leap of faith moment. I'm seeing it like you reaching up into an apple tree and plucking an apple off of that tree, which is this Ace of Pentacles. Like, this is something that you actually have to take. It's not just going to be offered to you. This is an opportunity that is being presented to you in the astral realm, and you have to be like, yes, I want that. Right? So that's why we're looking at this, guys, because this is something that you're not going to want to miss. And my reading for 2026, it was something like 2026, the year you don't want to miss, something like that. So this reading right here, this ties in to the energy we're currently in. And this is a collective timeless reading, but I'm seeing something about this year though, the year of 2026 with the Ace of Swords that and the Ace of Cups, guys, you're going to have other doors opening up this year, and this is just one of them. So we have the Ace of Pentacles here, but we also have two other doors. You know, I'm going to look into that a little bit, cuz that's quite interesting. Cuz the way they're showing it to me is literally like door number 1, door number 2, door number 3. I'm just pausing here, guys, because I feel like this message has like 3 messages. Like once I got in here, it opened up, and I feel like that in and of itself is this message with the Ace of Pentacles that once you move past your fear or just even your hesitancy, and again, it's not a bad thing, guys, to be, you know, cautious or to be discerning, right? But what I'm seeing here is that in this specific situation, this is a gift. This is a gift from spirit. And they want you to feel safe to receive it, right? So now I'm also seeing with the Strength card, this is tapping you into King of Cups Strength card into a place of that emotional, it's an emotional response that you will have when this comes in for you, and it's this 3 of Swords. Something is coming up to the surface. This triggers you, this Ace of Pentacles. This will trigger you. I'm hearing it will trigger an awakening. It will trigger some sort of process that then opens up these other 2 doors. So this is a whole journey, really, but you're not going to be able to see that until you get in here. Very interesting. I'm just pausing, guys, because this is like one of those things where this is life-changing. This would be the sort of thing that you say to yourself years down the line, like, imagine if I didn't do that, or imagine if I never met that person, or I never said something, like I never shared something. This is kind of giving the energy of like, I wish I had just said that before it was too late. Like maybe somebody passes away. Now, I'm not predicting death, guys. I'm saying it's that as an analogy. Like all the things I never said. It's coming through as like a book or a poem, or it's interesting because the only ace that I don't have here is the Ace of Wands. And what's interesting is you're kind of showing up as the Ace of Wands in and of itself. It's like you are the fire, you are the flame. with that Leo energy, with the strength card, you have always kept your flame alive, even when it was put out so many times, even when that flame was snuffed out. You found a way to light it again, to ignite your passion again. You were able to love again, and you never, I didn't say it before, but I saw the Page of Cups at the bottom of the deck when I started the reading. And the Page of Cups to me is that dreamer, that childlikeness of wonder, where you look into the sky and you feel like everything's gonna be okay. And no matter what happens, you take pleasure in the small things. You could be somebody that goes on walks. I'm seeing that. Like, you're the type of person that picks up a leaf along your little hike or your walk and you bring it home. This leaf is from last fall and I just kept it. And that's very Page of Cups. You could relate to that, where you could be very symbolic as well. Like, this reminds me of that moment, so I want to keep that. I'm seeing you very sentimental, and with the King of Cups, that would be very King of Cups. You could be somebody that you just have so much inside of you, that you have so much to offer, and you are just so full of love. And the people that are the most full of love are the people that get the most trampled upon. They're the people that get their hearts broken the most. And why is that? Because you keep loving. It's unconditional love. You continue to love even when no one loves you back. And first of all, that's never true, that no one loves you back, but we have those times in our lives where we feel that way. Like no one understands us, or we could have just gone through a lot with the Five of Pentacles where people did leave you, they did betray you, they did make you feel like second best, or they left you out in the cold. But that beautiful inner child of yours with the Page of Cups and the King of Cups, your Page of Cups inside is like the child sitting at the top of the stairs while their parents are fighting, and still finds a way to believe that there's something outside of all this. Because for some people, this is dark. You have been through things that not many people come out the other side of with their inner child still intact. You have this quality about you that causes the universe to feel like you are their child. You are the fulfillment. You are the mirror, the outshining of the universe on this planet. So you might think it's actually some sort of a curse that you're like this, or a flaw that you're too loving or you're too giving, when actually that's the very thing that the universe values as the most important thing in the world. It takes strength to be you. It's not weak. It's strong. It's very, very strong. All right, guys, we're going to grab 3 cards. This feels very like silent. Yeah, and the lovers just flew out. Well, first of all, for some of you, this is definitely going to be a love entering your life. This is going to be love entering your life just in general, but for some of you, it's definitely going to be a person. But even more than that, you're walking down this path. That's probably why I saw you walking outside, picking up a flower or a leaf, is because this is a confirmation for you that you are on your path and you might just need a little bit of encouragement right now. It feels like you've been through a lot to get here. So there could be a time of healing that's happening now as well. And you've made great progress. You've made great progress and you've raised your vibration. You've raised your vibration to the point that you can even see this Ace of Pentacles. You can even see this apple or this golden ticket because it's coming through like that. It's coming through like Willy Wonka with the golden ticket, and you won. It's like you won some sort of lottery. It seems like that. Like you got the position or you got the person or you got the opportunity. It's like you won something, but they're showing it as, but you still have to take it. Like an apple being plucked off of the branch of the apple tree. And it's showing up as, this is your land. I'm seeing the 9 of Pentacles. This apple tree, metaphorically speaking, it's your tree. It's on your land. But I'm seeing it like you could have all of this at your disposal, like we talked about before. You have this great value. The universe sees you as your soul. It's so deep. It's so vast. It has so much value. But I'm seeing you could be someone that just leaves your trees to die. You know, you let all of the plants die in your yard, on your orchard, and you just let them shrivel up and die and just board up all the windows of your house. And it's the difference between doing that, giving up, closing down, turning away forever, never to be seen again. I'm seeing it like that. Somebody that has a lot of land and a lot to offer, and it's all just shriveling away. Or you decide to find that spark again, like you have so many other times, and you pluck that apple off the tree and you take a bite and you remember that taste. It's coming back again. For some of you, you might even taste something, or you might have a memory of a certain taste or a certain smell that will flash you back to a time in your life, a simpler time, with the Page of Cups. 1 second, guys. All right, I'm back. I feel like for some of you, that's how you're going to feel. You're going to be like, I'm back. Literally, there's something about this Ace of Pentacles that feels like you are back. And this is very Pentacles, it's very felt. It's very embodied. It's physical. So there's something about whatever this is, and we're going to get more into it, guys. But it's different for everybody what this is. It's so elusive. It's just this feeling of, I feel like I am where I belong. With the Lovers, I'm where I belong. I feel at home here in this embodied feeling with the 4 of Pentacles, where you feel held. And it's something about your higher self where you're kind of converging with this new version of yourself. Yeah, because you're having an awakening, guys. There's aspects of you with the judgment card that are coming together with the lovers. And it's creating this sense of harmony between all of these different parts of you. And you're going to start to feel like things are just working out for you. You feel like life feels more smooth because of this Ace of Pentacles. And really what I feel this is it's like the courage with the Strength card, the courage to believe in life again. Like this is very, it's hard to put into words how this will show up for you because it's more of a revelation with the Judgment card. It's like being born again where you went through all of this stuff and now you've come to this point where you're taking that apple off the tree again. The same metaphorical apple that you plucked off that branch 20 years ago. And you smell that smell of apples and you smell the cinnamon in the kitchen and you're making the apple pies and you're bringing them to friends and to Thanksgiving. It has this feeling of really the 10 of Pentacles with it. Traditions, family, friends, community, home, land, legacy. This is huge. So for me to title it, This is Your Golden Ticket, that's not even really accurate. But it's gonna feel like that at first. It's gonna start off small like that. Believe it or not. That sounds huge to me. It sounds, big. This is my golden ticket, but this is my shot. But it's more it opens up as you live it. So let's just grab cards. It's hard to describe what I'm saying. I'm seeing it's like once you accept like your own destiny. That's what this is with the Wheel of Fortune. Once you just accept your new life, that you've been reborn in a sense, and now you have to build it all though. See, that's what I'm saying. It's like you've had some sort of an awakening, and it goes back to my readings part 1 and 2. You have been updated. I feel like now the universe is saying, all right, so now what? And you might be like, yeah, now what? What do I do now? And they're saying, we're asking you. See, this is like what it feels like to be a grown up in the universe, where you start to realize like, oh my God, not that you don't have help and guides and angels and ancestors and, animal totems, animal spirits that help us. I believe in all of that, guys, but I'm saying this feels like it's time to put on our big boy pants, our big girl pants, or however we identify pants, and build our own freaking destinies. Like, build it out. Because I feel like for a lot of people here, we've spent so much time just surviving through these different situations that we've been through with the Five of Pentacles. You never lost your heart, you never lost your spark, but that doesn't mean that you aren't kind of not trusting this and not believing that things can actually get as good as they're about to get. And I'm not saying you're totally cynical. I'm just saying it's like if you've had a lot of experiences that have shown you otherwise, you kind of just get to a point in life where you're like, all right, well, I guess this is kind of just like what life is, but this is this reading. It's going to feel like a golden ticket. It's going to feel like you won the lottery. It's going to feel like a magical adventure where before maybe you were bored or maybe you felt kind of like, I wish my life was, with the Knight of Swords, I wish my life was more exciting, It's like this is a whirlwind adventure or a whirlwind romance with the Knight of Swords. This is your golden ticket. 3 cards for the collective. Wowie. This is fun. All right. This feels fun. This feels refreshing. This feels like a breath of fresh air. Like I'm going on a fun trip. Or I feel healed. I feel like, my leg just healed after it being broken for however long, and now I'm going on this like cool hike and I get to see the top of the mountain. It feels like I'm all healed and I'm ready to live again. That's what this reading feels like. But of course, with the 5 of Pentacles, the 7 of Cups, it's kind of like questioning all the bad things that could happen, like all the things that could go wrong. But that's really just your body reacting, right? And again, I'm not a doctor, guys, and I personally have CPTSD, and sometimes you can't control it. Like we have the 5 of Pentacles right here with the King of Swords. Like the 6 of Cups, King of Swords, 5 of Pentacles. It's in your memory. And with the 8 of Pentacles, it's like the repetition of those same sorts of situations again and again and again through the neural pathways of the brain. It creates those sort of knots like I was describing, right? Yeah, 10 of Swords, guys. So it's totally natural, and it's actually to be expected that you would be a little hesitant to like just believe that life is just gonna get so much better all of a sudden. And I'm not even saying, again, I'm not saying you guys are totally cynical. It's King of Swords. You're smart, you're intelligent, you could even be somebody that has really good like pattern recognition, and so you might not even be trying to be negative because you don't feel negative to me. You feel like somebody that is wise, and you just don't want to dive full like head first into something where you're going to fall flat on your face again. But I'm laughing because this is not like one thing. This is a choice. And it's funny that's coming through as taking the apple, because that reminds me of Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden, where Eve ate the apple. She ate the apple that brought humankind down, essentially. And she convinced her husband to eat the apple as well, and they cursed mankind. It's like, I'm seeing it like that. There's something that feels forbidden here to you. I'm not saying you're going around saying it's forbidden for me to be happy, but that's how it's translating. Like your system is programmed. What is it? Everything that can go wrong will go wrong. Murphy's Law, I think. Someone let me know. Is it Murphy's Law? Is it Murphy's Law? So can someone write that for me? Everything that can go wrong will go wrong, I think. And I'm not saying that there's not. Let me say it like this. Some people, when it comes to manifestation, they believe in the power of positive thinking, which I think always works. But then there's those few more rebellious types, and I've read lots of books and stories that have this sort of mindset where the person, like Tim Ferriss, for example, he does this, where he'll think of the worst possible case scenario, like I get on the bus, someone steals my money, I get off the bus, and a dog bites me, and I end up like losing my apartment, and I have to live under the bridge with that old dog that bit me, and I'm shivering in the cold, and I have no money and stuff. It's because for him, what that does, 4-Hour Work Week, Tim Ferriss. It's a great book that I read when I was like 14, and it changed my life because it showed me you can do whatever the hell you want. Now, people like Tim Ferriss believe kind of in the power. You take the power away by realizing that even if my worst possible fear came to be, I'd still be fine. I would still wake up the next day and live again. So some of you might have to kind of tip your brain the other direction to show yourself that you can overpower anything, you can overcome anything, even if it's the worst possible thing that happens, you're still going to be fine. And now for others, just thinking positively and saying affirmations with the Page of Swords and watching positive content, that's enough. But for some people, you have to kind of trick your brain with the King of Swords, right? And I'm not saying one is more intelligent than the other. I'm just saying sometimes our brains are tricky. So you have to almost kind of trick your brain. So yeah. All right. Just saying, guys. That's just an example. Because some of us are a little more stubborn than others out here, in that it's just the way you're wired. Maybe you're an air sign, or maybe you're like a fixed sign. Maybe you're an Aquarius or something, and you have your way of thinking, and it's not even meant to be negative, and usually you're right. So that's what I'm trying to say. Trick your brain. Use that to your advantage to overcome your own hesitancy to receive a happier lifestyle, because you just don't want to deal with the fallout. That's what I'm getting. Where you would rather kind of just stay in a neutral space, or even kind of a negative space, because at the very least, Wheel of Fortune. At the very least, you kind of know what to expect with that. You can kind of keep it under your control, keep it under your reign. You can kind of know who's going to do what, and you can kind of live in a sense of happiness because it's a place of control. Does that make sense to anybody? Let me know, because I have a fixed moon. I have a Taurus moon, and sometimes it's like, you know what? This is not great. I'm pretty uncomfortable, but in my head, sometimes that level of knowing that I know what to expect, it gives me a semblance of happiness. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Anybody in the back? I'm not saying this is a good thing. I'm saying for some people, it's something like that, where you'd rather just kind of stay in this like limbo, or this kind of like, well, it's not great, but at least I know what to expect. There's something here about a leap of faith, and it's a leap of faith towards your own happiness and a better life. And not everybody wants to take that leap and risk the cleanup. Like, oh, I'm going to have to just end up cleaning up this mess when it inevitably fails anyway, so I might as well just stay here where I'm comfortable, kind of. All these things I don't like, but at the very least, I have a roof over my head, and I go to bed every night at the same time. And hey, guys, I'm not saying with the Wheel of Fortune, this is literally all the fixed signs, like I was saying before. That's funny. I just noticed that. The fixed sign energy. But the Wheel of Fortune, it's a Jupiter energy. The universe wants to expand you outside of your comfort zone, outside of your fixed perspective on things. And you don't even have to be like a fixed sign, guys. I'm saying we all get in these fixed mindsets of like, it's good enough. And guys, Ace of Wands, there it is. I'm taking it. We have the card of control here with the devil, right? So, and I'm not judging anybody, because I understand this on a personal level. So I'm not judging you saying like you're controlling. I'm saying we do this out of protection. We do this for all sorts of reasons, where why would it be that you wouldn't receive something that's going to make your life better? Well, because in the past, you could have thought once you tried to receive something that seemed better, it ended up being worse than you even were before. But this is this message. The universe wants to show you even that isn't true. And you could be like, yeah, but it was true and my life got way worse. But look at where you are now. You wouldn't even be here now if you didn't go through those things, guys. So it really is all relative. All right. 3 cards. But I took the Ace of Wands because, see, you're the one who lights your own flame. You're the one that has to take. It's like taking life by the balls with the devil and the Ace of Wands, right? But we could feel run down, or we could feel like, I don't even want to deal with that right now. This is good enough. The universe is like, no, not so fast. We have the Empress here with the 10 of Pentacles and the 8 of Pentacles. See, guys, this is what they're trying to show you. You're the one, 8 of Pentacles, that has created this Ace of Pentacles that expands once you get into it. Remember I said that before? This expands once you take life by the balls and you take this apple off the tree, you receive this golden ticket. It opens up over time into this 10 of Pentacles with the Empress, the most abundant card in the tarot. Right? But some of us we've gone through so much that we're kind of unintentionally manifesting with the Magician more of the same bullshit, because it's hard to describe this feeling. And let me know in the comments, guys, if you have, another way to kind of describe this feeling. It's like a stubbornness, like the 4 of Cups, where you're just sick and tired of being sick and tired. So you're kind of just sitting under the tree, you and me both, just kind of like, I don't care. It could also be kind of like a detachment, like I literally don't care. It could be kind of like depression, or you're checked out, or you're bored, or you could have an amazing opportunity right in front of your face, like the 4 of Cups, and you're just like, I'm good, man. I've been through a lot of shit. I kind of just want to sit here for a while. But the universe is kind of like trying to kick your ass into gear and be like, no, don't sit there a while. You got this life to live, and we want you to live it to the fullest. It feels very positive, guys. All right. Yeah, the 10 of Pentacles again. 4 of Pentacles. Yeah, don't let this slip through your fingers. The 4 of Pentacles to the 10 of Pentacles. Like, you don't want to miss out on all the things you can become, and it feels very exciting. It feels like I have a dynamic life that's everything I could have wanted, or it's like I have a simple life and I love it here, and I feel a lot of peace, and I love my family, I love my home. It feels very warm. It feels like everything I've always wanted, but I'm the one who created it, right? With the Ace of Pentacles. So this is just a message of encouragement that now is the time, and it's going to feel like a golden ticket being given to you, because the universe is dropping this. It's coming through like dropping a pin. Like, they're dropping a pin in the map. Like, this is where the golden ticket is. Now you have to come pick it up. See, there's something on your part where it's like here's a check for $10,000, but you have to come down to this address, to this specific bank, and sign for it. And once you sign for it, we're going to give you the check for $10,000. But you can't do it online. You have to come in person, and we have to verify your identity with your license or with mail or something like that. There's some sort of technicality for you to receive this. It's all a metaphor, guys, but you get what I'm saying? Like, you have to agree to be happy. You have to say, yeah, I'd like that. Because we can go our whole lives like the guy on the 4 of Cups and just be like, I'm good. And we don't want to be ungrateful, because there is a shadow side to this, where yeah, King of Cups, we can become so just disconnected because you're so emotionally intelligent. You could have felt like alone in life and stuff, guys. And I get that feeling, trust me. Um but guys, we got one life to live, and I do believe that we live multiple lives, but I'm just saying it's like, but in this form, this person, hi, I am Melissa Sue Gordon. As this incarnation, I want to live my life to the fullest. I want to be on my highest timeline. 2 and 1. Yeah, 3 of Swords. See, guys, we're back to the beginning again with that King of Cups and the 3 of Swords. We can stay in that sadness our whole lives if we want to. And that's our prerogative if you want to. But look, we have the Page of Pentacles with the Ace of Pentacles. This is you taking it. That's good news. See, this is you reaching up and plucking that pentacle off the pentacle tree, right? This is him receiving the golden ticket. See, guys? Oh, this is so good. I love this reading. This is so positive. 1, 2, and 3. All right. Let me just check the bottom of the deck really quick. So we have the Page of Pentacles, we have the Devil, and we have the Star. See, guys? And the Knight of Wands. That's that initiative to take it, right? You're healing through past fears with the devil and toxic things. Really, I'm seeing it as not as much healing as it is you're overriding or overwriting past memories with this new experience. And you're like, you know what? Screw it. Carpe diem. What do I have to lose? I'm going to live again. I'm getting that. All right. This is your golden ticket. Card number 1 for the collective, and it's the Page of Wands. See, another page. And remember how I said before, you're the Ace of Wands, you yourself, and you're showing up as the Page of Wands, showing that energy of what I was trying to describe before. Like you light your own flame. You're the one who keeps this thing burning. You're the one who inspires yourself. Like with the 5 of Pentacles, maybe you've felt alone or like you couldn't talk to anyone, for example. And so the Page of Wands, he lights his own flame. He goes his own way. I'm also seeing this is your higher self, like giving you a call. Because the Page of Wands is a messenger, right? And the Page of Pentacles can be a message. It's like I'm seeing you receiving a message from your higher self, which is, hey, don't miss this. Don't miss out on life, on what the universe has to offer you. And it's encouraging you to try again. For some of you, I'm getting this would be like, and again, I'm not a doctor, but trying again. Like some of you want to have a child, or you want to start a business that, maybe something didn't work before, or you want to try dating again. You want to try putting yourself back out there in some way after maybe you felt a little bit more closed off or not wanting to do those things. This is lighting your own flame and letting yourself live again and be excited about things again after a long, cold winter with the 5 of Pentacles. This is your golden ticket. Card number 2 for the collective is the Judgment card. See, guys, this is what I'm seeing this as is what I was trying to explain before. It's like once you start moving in this direction, it's like it opens up, but you can't see this energy until you're there. Like he's walking. Page of Wands is walking forward into this new beginning really for himself. And as he's moving, he's expanding, he's growing, he's evolving. Other aspects of himself are waking up with the Judgment card, and it's like once it starts, it can't stop. It's like a wildfire. It just, in a positive way, guys. It just keeps becoming more and more powerful. And I'm seeing this really as like a spiritual journey, especially with the Judgment card and the Wheel of Fortune. This is like your destiny, guys. So this would be like saying no to your own life. The universe's plan for your life. It would be like saying no to that. And it's very particular to you. This is not someone else's life. This is your particular life with your particular set of things that you're meant to experience. These are kind of like predestined things. So in a way, it's not like you can truly miss this, right? It's kind of like my reading that I did for the year 2026, year you don't want to miss. And I said it in that reading that, of course you can't actually miss the year. The year is going to come and it's going to go, but it's that Four of Cups energy. It's like going through a whole year and kind of just being checked out, not really feeling inspired, not being connected, not doing the things you want to do, and another year just goes by. But I'm seeing this as your whole life just going by. And I'm seeing this as your flame being reignited again, but it's reignited because that little part of you with the Page of Pentacles, that little part of you that believes, that little part of you that's like, you know what, carpe diem, screw it. I'm gonna take the apple. I'm gonna eat the apple and see what happens, right? It feels kind of rebellious, like the story of Adam and Eve, where Eve eats the apple because God said, if you eat the apple, then you will understand the tree. You'll understand the difference between the understanding, the knowledge between good and evil. And it's funny because we literally have the devil here. The devil and the star. It's like, will you eat this apple? Will you eat this fruit? Once you do, you'll understand. You'll have the knowledge of good and evil. And see, for some of you, that's what your whole life has been. It's like you've lived the devil, right? You've already lived the devil. Now it's time to live the star. It's time to live the dream, right? So you could have had a lot of situations that you could categorize as the devil. But now you've raised your vibration enough with the star. You've healed enough to where you have just enough courage, just enough audacity to believe that you can have this dream, you can have this life, and you're creating it with this Judgment energy. You're creating it because you're causing your own awakening. You're causing your own spiritual enlightenment because you're reaching out like to your higher self and taking this message and saying, you know what? Screw it. Let's do this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna live again. I've been through a lot, but my life ain't over yet, right? This is your golden ticket. Card number 3 for the collective, guys, we have the Two of Cups. So for some of you, what's gonna happen is you're gonna start moving down this path, this exciting new beginning, and you're going to meet someone. It's tying into my reading right before this called This Is Your Long Lost Love. See, with the Ace of Cups. And we have the Ace of Cups here with the Two of Cups. See, for some of you, that's what this is. This is your excuse me, guys. This is your long lost love. And it's like you're meeting up with them on this path. That whole reading, number 278, really talks about that. So if you're resonating with wanting a love reading and being willing to open up your heart again to love, I'd watch my reading right before this, because this Two of Cups, it's like that whole reading is this right here. But in short, how I'm seeing this is you are doing this for yourself. This is your pathway. This is your journey. And then you bump into this person that is also on the same journey as you. So you're going to have a lot in common. You're going to be able to understand where each other has been and what you've been through. Maybe it won't be the same exact things that you've been through, but you'll have a mutual understanding. It's an eye to eye recognition. It's knowing what the other one means without really having to fully explain it. And finally, I'm seeing this as well. These two pages are both aspects of you coming together. The Two of Cups, it's like the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands, these two doors. You're walking through two doors, guys. So I'm going to have to do another reading. I'm going to have to do another reading on these doors here. But I'm seeing this as you start this one journey, but then you get in there and it's like a whole other one opens up, but you never are going to get to that other one unless you go through this one first. And it leads to these series of events. So this is one of those things, like, you don't want to miss this because it's the snowball effect. It goes from the Ace of Pentacles to the 10 of Pentacles. You know, it goes from you being a single person. Like, if you're looking for love, it goes from you doing something for yourself to then you manifesting a person that is doing the same thing, and then you can like live happily together and create all these memories. And if it's not love for you guys, because it's not going to be for everybody, this is going to feel like you're literally in communion with your own self. Like, you might start along this new journey, this new beginning, and start to feel like, you know, I'm kind of satisfied in and of myself. Now, I will say, usually when we get to that point, that's when the love of your life walks in, right? Or it's this feeling of like, I'm so content, you know, I feel so good in my life that these aspects of me have come together and I'm finally at peace. Instead of being at war with myself, I'm at peace because I've finally come into this enlightenment. I've awoken in such a way, you would be saying inside of yourself, that you're kind of just at peace and at harmony with your life and with the world and what's happened to you. It's like coming into a place of acceptance now. So much love, everybody. This is very exciting. It's been Missy Gordon, the Metamystic, here. This takes courage. It takes courage to take the leap with the fool's rose, to decide to live again, to really, really, really live again. So thank you, everyone. Remember, you can always listen to The Metamystic Show on Spotify and Apple Podcasts every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9 a.m. EST, as well as on my YouTube channel at The Metamystic. Be sure to follow me over on Instagram and TikTok at The Metamystic for daily 3-minute readings, as well as on YouTube. And I even have a Facebook now where I put all of my short readings if you guys want to follow me over there. So I'm pretty much everywhere, right? I got a Substack as well. So you probably get your fill of me, right? So I love you guys, and thank you to everybody who donates to support the show. And if you want to book a personal reading, come on down. You can just send me an email and I'll set up a reading for you. So much love, guys, and I will see you on the next one.